stuck in limbo.
She talked with News Channel 5's Alexander Cohen as she keeps trying to get her family into government or affordable housing.
The search for housing has been hard for Iquana Kimball and her children.
I've called Metro Social Services. They assisted me.
So far, she's been left in limbo and is experiencing homelessness.
Just because I'm homeless doesn't mean I'm lazy.
Hey there, besties. We might as well keep looking at it. Shout out to whoever sent this to me. Thank you. I appreciate you. She just said what the title is. I'm homeless doesn't mean I'm lazy. A mother's housing search. This is as of February the 15th, 2023, so this is not even old. So while we keep continuing to speak on this and talk about this, I just don't understand, and it's not for me to understand clearly. Why is it that we're doing everything that we can to try to force an entity that you cannot touch, see, hear, feel, or anything to do something for us when it's our responsibility to do for ourselves? Yes, I'm talking about the government. Yes, I'm talking about all this work and effort and whatever people put into to try to get the entity of the government to do something for you. When they don't answer, they answer when they want to. They do not care. They do not care that you have kids. And it shows a dependency on them. When are we going to get interdependent with the government? Now, not we, but so many people that just think that the best thing to do is to complain to the government because it's not working out for you. In this particular case, we're speaking about housing. The government don't care. You're going to do what they want when they say they want, when they want, how they want it done. That's it. That's all. And there's so many women that's willing to beg the government, go to the government, ask the government, can you help? Can you assist? Can you? Or can I get? But won't want to work with a man. Don't want to do that with a man. Don't want to discuss and work things through with a man. Don't want to get married. And then you got the sissies who say, you don't need a man. 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 You can do it all by yourself, sis. I'm just trying to understand how many of these stories that we need to see, go through, watch, and understand before someone else understands that this way does not work. I mean, if you want to sit here and continue to beg an entity to give you something, look for them to give you something, look for them to command your life, tell you what to do, when to do it, how to do it, fine, that's on you. And I'm not talking in particularly about this lady right here, but story after story after story, the story is the same. It's some woman who's getting evicted, can't afford it, with her kids, ain't no man, ain't no husband, ain't no relationship. And instead of sitting around telling women, you don't need a man, you don't need a man, it's clear that these women need something. So if it's not a man, and they're not getting it from the government, or they give it to them when they're ready, then what is it? Because honestly, I'm tired of this too already. Because the stories are the same over and over and over and over again. And yet there's still women who will say, you don't need a man, you don't need a man, you don't need a man, you don't need a man. You can do it all by yourself, sis. And then women will fall for it, follow it, and then they end up in these situations over and over and over again. But instead of doing anything that makes sense, that sounds right, that will help your situation and the kids at the end of the day, because like I always say, we do not care about your kids. If you don't care about your kids, we don't care about your kids. Period.
Or have a drug addiction. I'm homeless because I left a domestic situation.
She's been calling nonprofits for help.
Have called Mending Hearts, New World House.
She tells me she also applied for a voucher through HUD.
Section 8 housing actually told me they have a 4-year waiting list.
She tells
a 4-year waiting list. Sorry, white girl. Let me back you on up. A 4-year waiting list. But people still want some daggone Section 8. Again, I'm not talking about this lady in particular, but it's interesting. And this is just my observation, okay? When it comes down to dire straits, oh my God, what can we do? We about to get evicted. We about to be homeless. I don't have any money, blah, 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 blah. all of the energy into looking into and finding numbers and searching and finding and understanding, and all those things come into play real quick. It's instinctive, right? Let me go find out. Let me call them. Let me call them. Let me call them. You know anybody? You know anybody? You know anybody? If we took that amount of energy and put it into job searching and finding a position and or getting our skills up in order to be able to get a better position, in order to be able to take care of our kids ourselves, then maybe people should use that type of energy and time in order to put themselves in a better financial position. But I know that's just crazy talk. Crazy talk.
Your waiting list.
She tells me ideally she would love to live in MDHA's Vine Hill community. Their wait list opened Wednesday, so she plans to go to the library to apply since they have computers.
She knows that there's an opening coming up for that place to live in. I'm assuming it's something housing authority, MDHA, Maryland maybe. I don't know. Where is this at? I don't know where this place is. I don't know what city this is. But she knows that there's an upcoming opening for that housing authority. Yeah, we know when to get our names on some lists. We know when they open up. We know that Section 8 is a 4-year list. What do you know about jobs in your area? What do you know about how much how much they're paying hourly? What do you know about any other places in the surrounding area and when their job openings are, or when they're going to have a job fair, or when there's going to be an opening to be able to get your CNA or some sort of certification or trade, where they open and stuff up like that for the community college? Because the odds are that these people are at a poverty, or let me rephrase, at an income level where they could probably go for free. Where's the energy into that? Where's the energy into bettering your future and taking care of your family and your kids on your own?
I refilled out another application online. I emailed everybody I could on that site to ask them for assistance.
At the Metropolitan
if she was on there filling out applications to apply for the free, she could have been on there applying for jobs where they pay you hourly or maybe even get a salary. I don't hear none of that. We never hear any of that from any of these stories, but they do know where to go in order to get a computer. Library, free. They do know when the Section 8 list open, that there's a 4-year waiting list. She know to call everyone in that housing authority request thing. I call this one, that one, and the third. Do you follow up on your jobs? Do you ask, is there any update on my application? Oh yeah, I know. I'm just crazy. I'm just rude. It don't make sense. Look at this. Straight hood. We know what a hood looks like. This is straight projects hood. This is where she wants to live. We want to bring kids into this. Y'all don't act like you don't know that that's what's going on here. Come on now. The projects. Period.
Development and Housing Agency, there's also a wait list open temporarily for Sudacom apartments.
I wish there was like some type of program that could help the homeless where they can get them a job and then have them save money and then move them out these places.
In the meantime,
they don't want you out of there. They're not going to do it. You got to do it on your own. She just said what the damn script is. I'm sorry, what her damn solution is. But she's saying she wishes they ain't gonna do it. And I'm gonna go ahead and assume, and I don't know, my 2 cents, is that's what so many of these women, because let's not act like it's not single women with children, okay, 99.9% of the time, to take that of which they know and apply it when it comes to solutions for themselves instead of depending on someone else. All this energy and effort to make the signs, to go say housing is a human right, and to fight, those people could be getting you some sort of into some program where they can improve your job skills, get your certificate so that you can make money and you can take care of your own family. Then you can pull yourself up out of those places. Because she knows what it is too. That place ain't going to be nothing nice, and it ain't going to be nothing good for her kids. Then they're going to turn into gremlins, and then we got to deal with them. And then we won't feel bad. And then, God forbid, 2 things that'll probably happen, especially if they're boys. We keep allowing the same stuff, going the same way, round and round and round. When you try to tell people, when you try to give out the information, I don't like you said it like that. You so mean, you so bitter, you so rude, you got a small penis, all that foolishness that ain't got nothing to do with the facts of what's going on right here, right now. Yeah, she said she left a domestic violence situation, and it's quite possible that is the case. But as much effort as she putting into this other stuff, she could be putting that effort into getting a job. Don't tell me she couldn't.
Iquana is staying with an acquaintance since her kids are in a school they love here.
My next step is reaching out to you and whoever wants to listen, if they can assist me and my children, because I am a hardworking individual.
Reporting in Nashville.
She gonna keep on reaching out to people to help her because she's a hardworking individual. Where, yeah, you definitely hard at finding. She's working very hard to find out where she can get help for her and her kids. How many times do we hear that phrase? How many times have we, if we all had a dime every time we heard that, we'd probably be able to go have Mastros together, y'all. Every single video. But I'm the problem. I'm the problem. Oh, I'm going to come to you and whoever want to listen. So she willing to go out here and tell her story over and over and over and over again. Guarantee she ain't going to be living in no place right here. She ain't going to be moving into here. She's going to be moving into them projects we just saw. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Alexandra Cohen, News Channel 5.
And MDHA has some tips for their properties. Apply for wait lists as soon as they open so you can be at the top of the list. Another way to increase your chances, sign up for multiple wait lists.
So the solution is to sign up for wait lists. The man just said the solution is to sign up for wait lists as soon as possible so that you can get on the list to wait. That sounds half damn crazy. But that's what y'all keep doing. I just, white supremacy, discrimination, and racism are not the problems. Keep making all the excuses that you want. Let's take a look at the comments because I ain't got nothing to say. I'm going to let the comments speak because I know I'm crazy. So first comment, where's the father of her children asking for a friend? Then somebody said, where does she work? Because she didn't mention that, right? Someone said, how's the $50 million being used to help the homeless like this mother? Let's see what they say. So some of these comments must have got taken out because of whatever they were saying, because the response is to someone whose name is not up here. So it says, you seem like someone who generally cares and wants to help. So stop arguing on the internet with people who don't and go do what you think is right. You can't make other people care about a cause just because you do. Whew, this must be my spirit animal. I'm also very much against government corruption, which is why I don't think we should be depending on them for any assistance or sending them any of our hard-earned tax money for any social causes. Believing government can or will solve the problems it has created by giving it more money is insanity, gift wrap, and good intentions. Best of luck with your emotional issues. So then Julia, the original poster, said the government cannot solve all our problems. The government is the problem. Ronald Reagan. And then he responds, you're preaching to the choir, which I say it, nobody listens, nobody wants to acknowledge or listen to anything. You just want to come at me like I'm saying anything wrong, like I'm lying, like this is not a problem. It continues to be a problem. And the fact that people just think that people should just go and whine and complain and get what they want just because they have children or because they're women is complete and utter madness. Getting things for free without having to work for it causes you to be lazy, and you don't appreciate things. That is typically how that works. And then you got it when you're dependent upon someone else, you got to do what they say when they say to do it. So you're going to live over here in these projects. This is the best we got for you. You don't like it, get the F on up out of here. Knowing that you can't, so then you're stuck. But it's white supremacy, racism, and discrimination. Got it. Keep listening to people that don't want to do you any well. You'll continue where you are. That's it. That's all. If you made it this far, I do appreciate you. Please consider subscribing. I will see you all in the next one.